Hello and welcome to YouTube. This is Brain Damage bringing you another Shogun 2 online multiplayer battle. Right, I've decided I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach this time, so I've actually get some time before the battle comes in too quickly to go through the units that both me and my enemy have brought. So I'm just going to keep on pause here for a second. So as you can see, we've got some lone swords, some more lone swords, some more lone swords, and even more lone swords, and more lone swords, and more lone swords, and yeah, more lone swords. That's maybe too many lone swords, but anyway. Okay, with that I've got Matchlock Ashigaru and another troop of Matchlock Ashigaru plus my general right here. So let's have a look at what my enemy brought over here. We've got Avatar Bodyguard, we have got Light Cavalry, we've also got another troop of Light Cavalry. What have we got here? Bow Samurai, another Bow Samurai, and Bow Samurai, and some Yari Ashigaru, and even more Yari Ashigaru. So he might still have some hidden units in these woods somewhere, but yeah, I'm not sure about this. These battles have been fought quite some time ago. I'm going to start here, so get this battle on the way. As you can see, we've got like 3 different buildings to capture. We've got the sword dojo here, then in the middle there's the workshop, and over here there is the archery dojo. Seeing as I went for kind of like a lone sword spammy approach here with pretty much just lone swords and matchlocks in my army, I decided I would go straight for the sword dojo, as I had all of my retainers for I think like melee attack and lone sword attack and just basically anything that gives my units as much attack boost as possible, and I might even have like the retainer to slow down enemy cavalry, because usually if you go for pretty much no cav heavy army or not a spear heavy army or anything like that, you should really use something against cav, because they can just devastate your army quite easily. So as you can see, I'm just getting in position here. I'm just going to be seating down by this sword dojo, capture it, wait for the enemy to start approaching me. In the meantime, he's swinging his horses and avatar around the back. By the looks of things, he actually is just going for the archery dojo, trying to capture that, although he does need to dismount in order to start capturing that, so I'm not really sure what he's going to be doing right now. But I guess we're about to find out in just a minute. So here, his units are starting to, are they? Are they not? No, they're not. Not coming over the river just yet. My units are just all getting into position. He's actually getting like, I think, okay, here we go. My units are in range, so he can start shooting at them. Maybe he should have pulled back those 2 units on the side there, as they are, like, yeah, just pretty much in the open for his both forces to shoot at. So let's see, his cavalry is actually swinging around the back like I thought at the beginning, not dismounting to take over that archery dojo, so he's coming up from behind my forces, I guess. He wants to probably try and wrap them around the back of my army. And do some hammering anvils from the back when all the rest of my units are going to be in combat. So let's see what's going to be developing here. Still just taking off a few shots, positioning a few more of his archers towards my army, I guess, so he can get some more shots off. I'm really just kind of position myself here, waiting for this sword dojo to be taken over, so I take control and I get the extra boost from there basically. If I have a look at here, I've already lost like, ooh, it's quite a lot actually, it's like 57 units already gone, even more now with that volley, so 10 units down on here as well, so I really need to, I really should start charging forward or like positioning my units in the woods here, maybe to flank him or something, but unfortunately I was just standing around for quite some time. So as you can see now, this thing, I think, yeah, controlled by, so I've captured it now. Now that it's mine, his horses are still all the way down there. I decided I'm going to charge forward and basically just try and crush these little infantry body of his army there with all of these bows and just like, what's it, a few spears. Yeah, it's just like 3 spear units, that's it basically. So it shouldn't really be a match. As you can see, my first unit's already routing, but then again, I'm pretty happy that he actually just focus fired 1 unit with all of his bows, because that way none of my other units really took too much damage, and it's only 1 unit that I lost, so I guess I did alright there, and my enemy kind of failed a little bit or something. So just charging across the river, not really the best position to be in, seeing as you get slowed down quite a lot when you try and get a river charge. wrapping one of these units around the side here, trying to come in from the back. Also my generals getting positioned up here. My matchlocks are in line, they're going to start shooting at some of these bow units. I mean, bows versus lone swords is probably not really a good idea to be fighting like that anyway, so I'm not sure why he didn't pull his units back, but then again, I'm not even a 10-star general yet. I think I am on 7, 8 stars or something like that. So most of my matches are actually against sort of, yeah, I'll probably say around the same level as my generals, but intense, man. You know, 2 shots from my matchlocks and basically like send my swords over, man, and this whole army just routed instantly because there was no general or anything there to protect him. As you can see, this unit, I positioned them the other way around so they'd actually be facing his general, sent in a lone sword to absorb the charge, and then also another lone sword to basically help out a little bit to take those horses down. Put my general into position to boost the rest of my army, and as you can see, his whole army basically just routed instantly, more or less. So I'm pretty sure he could have probably beat me if he would have positioned his army better and right, because lone sword spam is not really the most efficient thing to do, especially if your enemy has cavalry and you don't have any spears to protect that. So if he would have just like I guess made some kind of a spear wall by the river or something like that, and then positioned all of his bow units behind that, he would have outranged all of my units anyway. I didn't have any bow units, so he could have started focusing down my matchlock units, whilst the spears are holding the lone swords in place or something like that, and then he could have basically just come from the back and just started doing some charges with his light cavalry right into the back of my matchlocks, or possibly, well, it depends. I probably would have noticed anyway, but I guess he would have done a lot better if he would have taken that approach compared to the approach that he did take. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'm gonna call it a day and basically catch you guys in the next update. So see you later, man.